Hi, and welcome. This is Lesson 1, so if Marathi feels totally new right now, that is completely fine. You do not need to know anything yet. Today we are keeping it super simple. How to introduce yourself in Marathi. By the end, you'll be able to say your name, say where you're from, say where you live, and give one or two basic personal details. Nice and easy, step by step. No stress. Pow. Full chill. Let's start with one of the most useful patterns in the whole language, Majin nav ahe. That means my name is. Literally, it's like saying my name is. So if your name is Rahul, you say Majin nav Rahul ahe. Majin nav Rahul ahe. My name is Rahul. Listen again. Majin nav Rahul ahe. Very common, very natural, very useful. माझं नाव राहुल आहे. माझं नाव Rahul ahe. Good. Now swap Rahul for your own name. My name is Anna becomes माझं नाव Anna ahe. My name is David becomes माझं नाव David ahe. Easy pattern, just plug in your name. Quick memory trick. Now means name. It sounds a bit like now with a V at the end. Now. So maybe imagine somebody asking name? Now? Now. Silly little trick, but silly things stick. Now let's add one more tiny building block. Me. Me means I. So me student ahe means I am a student. In everyday Marathi, using English job or identity words is super common, so beginner-friendly sentences can be very natural. How do you say I am a student in Marathi? Me student ahe. Me student ahe. Nice. You can also say me teacher ahe. I am a teacher. Me doctor ahe. I am a doctor. Me engineer ahe. I am an engineer. Don't overthink it. At this stage, pattern first, perfection later. Now here comes a really important idea, and I'll keep it simple. In Marathi, verb forms often change depending on whether the speaker is male or female, and also sometimes depending on number. So the ending is not random. It carries information. You'll notice this especially when we talk about where someone is from and where someone lives. Let's do where you are from. The pattern is mi hun alo ahe if a male speaker is talking, and mi hun ale ahe if a female speaker is talking. This means I am from, or more literally, I have come from. So I am from Mumbai, said by a male speaker. Mi Mumbai hun alo ahe. Mi Mumbai hun alo ahe. How do you say I am from Mumbai? Mi Mumbai hun alo ahe. Mi Pune hun ale ahe. Mi पुण्याहून आले आहे. मी पुण्याहून आले आहे. Great. Let's slow that down. Mumbaihun means from Mumbai. Punyahun means from Pune. That little part hun gives the meaning from. And this is where Marathi starts doing something really interesting. In English, we often use prepositions before a word. From Mumbai, in Nagpur, with a friend. In Marathi, you'll very often see the location word first, and then a little ending or postposition after it. So instead of from Mumbai, you get Mumbaihun, Mumbaihun. Instead of in Nagpur, you get Nagpur Madhe, Nagpur Madhe. That's the big beginner idea. Marathi often uses postpositions, little location words that come after the noun, not before it. So think after, not before, postposition. Mumbaihun, Nagpur Madhe. Let's use Madhe now. Madhe means in. So to say I live in Nagpur, a male speaker says, Mi Nagpur Madhe rahto. A female speaker says, Mi Nagpur Madhe rahte. How do you say I live in Nagpur, in Marathi, if a man is speaking? मी नागपूरमध्ये राहतो. मी नागपूरमध्ये राहतो. Good. And if a woman is speaking, it becomes मी नागपूरमध्ये राहते. Same pattern, different ending. Here's a nice shortcut to remember this for now. For these very common self-introduction sentences, male speakers often use endings like to or lo, and female speakers often use te or le. Not always for everything in all situations, but for today's lesson, this is a very helpful pattern. So alo, male, ale, female, rahto, male, rahte, female. Tiny pattern, big payoff. How do you say I live in Pune in Marathi if a woman is speaking? मी पुण्यामध्ये राहते. मी पुण्यामध्ये राहते. Nice. And yes, you may hear small pronunciation differences depending on the city word. Don't panic. Beginners do not need to master every city form today. Just notice the big frame, city plus madhe, then live. Let's build a mini self-introduction. Listen first. माझं नाव नेहा आहे. मी पुण्याहून आले आहे. मी मुंबईमध्ये राहते. मी student आहे. That means my name is Neha. I am from Pune. I live in Mumbai. I am a student. Now let's try another one. माझं नाव समीर आहे. मी मुंबईहून आलो आहे. मी नागपूरमध्ये राहतो. मी engineer आहे. Again, name, where you're from, where you live, one personal detail. That's your first intro. How do you say my name is Maya in Marathi? माझं नाव माया आहे. माझं नाव माया आहे. How do you say I am from Delhi in Marathi if a man is speaking? मी दिल्लीहून आलो आहे. मी दिल्लीहून आली आहे. मी दिल्लीहून आले आहे. मी दिल्लीहून आले आहे. How do you say I am a teacher in Marathi? मी टीचर आहे. मी टीचर आहे. Excellent. You're already making real sentences. Let's take a quick useful detour. Marathi has 3 very common words you'll hear constantly. Ahe, आहेत, and nahi. Today the star is ahe, which means is or am. So माझं नाव Rahul ahe. My name is Rahul. Me student ahe. I am a student. Later you'll learn plural forms like ahe, are, but for now just stay friends with ahe. One good friend at a time. Now let's talk about common beginner mistakes, because if you avoid these early, you'll sound much better very quickly. Mistake 1. Forgetting the postposition. Learners may try to translate word for word from English and say something like Mi Mumbai alo ahe, for I am from Mumbai. But you need that from idea, Mumbaihun. So say Mi Mumbaihun alo ahe or ale ahe. Mistake 2. Mixing male and female endings. If a male speaker says Mi Punyahun ale ahe, that sounds off. If a female speaker says Mi Nagpurmadhe rahto, also off. So choose the ending that matches the speaker. Mistake 3. Dropping ahe too early. In some fast casual speech, pieces can get shortened, sure. But as a beginner, keep the full sentence. It helps your brain build the structure. So say Maja Navrima ahe, not just Maja Navrima, if you're practicing full beginner sentences. Mistake 4. Trying to memorize every grammar explanation instead of the pattern. Honestly, for now just remember whole chunks. Maja Nav Madhe ahe. Mi madhehun ale ahe. Mi madhe rahato. Mi madhe rahate. Mi student ahe. If you learn chunks, your mouth gets comfortable before your brain starts doing grammar math. Much better. Now let's hear a short story in Marathi. Just listen first and enjoy the rhythm. Majan nav Rohan ahe. Mi Punyahun alo ahe. Mi Mumbai madhe rahato. Mi student ahe. Maji maitrin sia Nagpurhun ali ahe. ती पुण्यामध्ये राहते. Nice, simple, useful, real-world Marathi. Now let's go line by line. माझं नाव Rohan ahe. My name is Rohan. मी पुण्याहून आलो आहे. I am from Pune. मी मुंबईमध्ये राहतो. I live in Mumbai. मी student आहे. I am a student. माझी मैत्रीण सिया नागपूरहून आली आहे. My friend Sia is from Nagpur, literally has come from Nagpur. ती पुण्यामध्ये राहते. She lives in Pune. Little side note, you just heard माझी मैत्रीण, my female friend. Don't worry about that grammar yet. Just notice that little words around nouns can change too. Marathi likes agreement. It likes teamwork. The words talk to each other. Kind of dramatic, but useful. Now let's make this interactive again. I'll give you the English, you say the Marathi. How do you say my name is Rahul in Marathi? माझं नाव राहुल आहे. माझं नाव राहुल आहे. How do you say I am a student in Marathi? मी student आहे. मी student आहे. How do you say I am from Mumbai in Marathi if a man is speaking? मी मुंबईहून आलो आहे. मी मुंबईहून आलो आहे. How do you say I am from Pune in Marathi if a woman is speaking? मी पुण्याहून आले आहे. मी पुण्याहून आले आहे. How do you say I live in Nagpur in Marathi if a man is speaking? मी नागपूरमध्ये राहतो. मी नागपूरमध्ये राहतो. Beautiful. That's real progress. Now let's put together two complete introductions, one male, one female. Male version. माझं नाव अमित आहे. मी नाशिकहून आलो आहे. मी पुण्यामध्ये राहतो. मी टीचर आहे. Female version. माझं नाव कविता आहे. मी मुंबईहून आले आहे. मी नागपूरमध्ये राहते. Say your own version out loud after me, even if you need to pause the audio. That matters. Language is a mouth skill, not just an ear skill. Here's a final memory map for today. For your name, माझं नाव आहे. For where you're from, city plus hun. मुंबईहून, पुण्याहून, दिल्लीहून. Then use आलो for male, आने for female. For where you live, city plus मध्ये. मुंबईमध्ये, नागपूरमध्ये, पुण्यामध्ये. Then use राहतो for male, राहते for female. For a basic detail, मी student आहे, मी teacher आहे, मी doctor आहे. That's enough to build a very solid beginner introduction. So today you learned a lot actually. You learned how to say your name, how to say where you're from, how to say where you live, and how to give a simple personal detail. You also got your first taste of two big Marathi ideas. Postpositions come after the place word, and verb endings often match the speaker. If this felt new and a little messy, that's normal. First lessons are supposed to feel like meeting a new friend and forgetting their name twice. No problem. Repeat the core patterns a few times, and they'll start to click. Before we finish, one last quick run. माझं नाव आहे. मी हून आलो आहे और आले आहे. मी मध्ये राहतो और राहते. मी student आहे. You're doing great. Seriously. One lesson in and you can already introduce yourself in Marathi. That is not small. That is bhari. Keep going. Keep repeating. And I'll see you in the next lesson.